Hello Gun Nation, Big Johnson coming at you. All right, everybody has been asking for this video. This is the Staccato C2 with the Aimpoint P-2. So I've been asked, does it function? Does it print? Is it too heavy for the slide? What did you have to do to make it work? How does it fit on there? What do you think about it? Is it better than the RMR? Is it better than the SRO? I've been asked all kinds of questions. So I'm going to try to answer them as quickly as possible, give you my opinion, show you an example, kind of something to compare it to so you can make your educated decision if you want to purchase it or not. So let's get into it. All right, I've got the Staccato C2 Duo and the, X300 Surefire Threat Cadre Comp. This is a threaded barrel. This is my replacement gun. The first gun, the frame warped, you can go and check that out. Staccato did replace it with a new gun. My old gun had over 5,000 rounds through it. This one has about 500 now. And I'm just going to give you an opinion. Did have the Aimpoint P-2 on the other gun and began testing with it. And then that gun failed. And here we are. So, all right, let me give you some comparison, or a comparison real quick. This is the Holosun 508T. So I'm just going to kind of show you compared to this. So if I were to put it on the plate and put it right up here at the front, it's about the same height. However, the Aimpoint P-2 is a little wider, or a little longer. I'm sorry, it's about, maybe a fingertip longer right here. But if you were to put a box on the back of this, it's pretty damn close. Now the width is about the same, no difference there. I really like the viewing window, but it's about the same here, so not a big deal. You do have to use the ACRO plate, and just so you know, the very first, if you have a Dawson ACRO P1 plate from way back, if you have the P1 plate, it will not fit this. I basically had the P1 plate, or purchased the P1 plate, because Aimpoint said it's the same exact footprint as the P1. So I purchased the Dawson Precision plate for the P1, put it on there, and it would not fit. So I actually got with Dawson and I said, hey, I've got a gap over here on this side. And they said, oh gosh. So anyway, they were going to make a prototype plate. They did send this out to me in exchange for the other one. So this is the P2 plate, and it does have like adjustable rear sight, things like that. So I began testing it, and then I had an issue with the other gun. So this is the new one. So I moved the plate over and it fits great. So now all of the Dawson plates now will fit the P1 and the P2. If you have an earlier ACRO P1 plate for Dawson, it will not work with the P2. So please be aware of that. All right, let's get into it. So there it is on the gun, just so you can see it. It is a big mailbox. Had a lot of people say, oh my gosh, it's obnoxious, it's huge, it's this, it's that. Well, again, if you kind of look at it, it's not all that crazy. It is definitely bigger. And here, I'll try to get you a visual. If you can see the dot, there it is right there. It's a 3.5 MOA dot. So the buttons to turn it up and down, they are very tactile. You can feel it and hear them click. Don't know how well that's going to come across. Also, when you adjust it, you can get very tactile clicks. So you click, click, click. I mean, it's an Aimpoint. It does have the 2032 battery now. That's a great thing. So it's saying that it'll get 40,000 40,000 hours supposedly. So that's way over a year, should be. And, I can just change them out on my birthday or, New Year's. That's usually like when I do it is New Year's. I go through and change a bunch of mine. So anyway, and then on the inside of the cover, you can mark it with a marker, or on the actual battery. That's what I try to do. I just write them right on the battery, just the date and the year, or the month and the year. Not so much the day. But am I liking it? I'm actually really liking it. It kind of has like a three-dimensional box. So when you're drawing the pistol and you're pulling it up, you kind of see the side. So it actually, just helps you get it right on target. It's weird to explain. I don't know if I'm doing it justice, but when you draw it up, it just kind of the side, the length of it just kind of helps you get it right on track. It's weird, but it seems to work well for me. Do I like it better than the RMR? Yes, I do. I'm not a big RMR fan. This has a very nice window. Is it bigger than an SRO? No. Is it faster than an SRO? I think I'm faster with my SRO just because it's such a large viewing window. That's my opinion. You know, like I said, I think this thing's going to be bomb-proof, so that's why I'm really excited to have it. Am I liking the C2? Yes, really liking the C2 a lot. What else can I say about it? You know, it's got the front window on there. I think the front one's kind of a little bit of a sacrificial because it's got a glass here, and then there's another one behind it if you were to break the front. I mean, gosh, what else can I say about it? If you're interested also, this is the lock pistol stand. This one's the all brass version. They make other versions. I will leave a link down below where to purchase this. You can use my code BJGG10. That'll save you 10% off of the lock stands, lock grips, whatever you need. But this thing's awesome. You basically can lift it up if you don't push your mag release button. Then if you push your mag release button, it pops right off. And you can buy different inserts for AR-10s, AR-15s. And I really like these because if you're working on your dot or whatever, this holds your pistol for you, so you don't even have to hold it. So it's really, really nice to have this. I'll show you how it fits in a holster. I've got some Tenacors, I've got some QVOs. So far it fits in everything. Haven't had any issues. I will need to rack this, pop this. Here's how it basically goes in there. No issues with that. Printing, I don't notice any difference with this or like an RMR or this HoloSun. Kind of feels the same. So I don't have any problems with that. It fits the holsters perfectly. Haven't had to adjust anything. And I really love the Acro plate, how it locks down. Honestly, I think this is the best platform, most secure, because it locks under the sides of it. It kind of grips on the sides, and you've got the locking bar in the center. So in order to take this off, I just actually take this little Torx screw, unscrew it, and it pops right off, and your plate stays right on. So honestly, in my opinion, I think this is the most secure, I guess, locking, you know, other than RMR and all that other stuff. I think the Acro plate is probably the best. Put it this way, I like it so much, I'm actually trying to get another Acro P-2 for my P10F. I've had this plate that I ordered from Aimpoint quite a while ago, and it's for the CZ P10F optic ready, or it'll be for mine. But I've had this for quite a while and waiting just to get another Acro P2. Another thing that I did find, and I just found this yesterday, and I'll show you the package in case you want to get one. There's a lens cover flip up for the Acro C2, and that doesn't mean the Staccato or the P2. But it's a front cover. Apparently they make it in an all black, you know, where you can't see through, and then a see-through version. And here's your part number if you're interested. And this is made by Aimpoint. And here's what it looks like. It's basically a little cover. Sorry, I got fingerprints on it, but it's basically a little cover. And the way that it works is you've got this little line. I'll show you here. You got this little line right here and the little detent. So you basically just put it on here, slide it down, and it kind of, you know, clicks on there. And you've got a nice little gap so it's not hitting or anything like that. And you can actually just shoot right through it. So you can see the dot. I'll just show you. You can see the dot right through the clear glass. Or you can flip this up if you choose to, and it goes that way, which would block your ejection pattern, so I don't know that. And then it's got a detent where you flip it back and it goes all the way over. So this will be kind of like a sacrificial front glass. So if you need to, and it gives it like a really nice rim. So if you needed to smash it up against something, you know, to rack it or whatever, and when you snap it down, you've kind of got to like really push it. It kind of, you know, you'll see right here, you got to really snap it down. So I'm just going to leave it down like that. The only thing that kind of concerns me is this little top part. You know, and I did do some dry fire or some, you know, drawing from the holster, and this didn't catch on anything, but I could see this as a potential snag hazard. I'm just being honest with you. But it's 21 bucks. They make them one for the front and they make one for the rear, but you see I cannot use the rear because of my sights. So, and that kind of is a sacrificial because it's gapped right there. So if I were to drop it or something like that, I'm thinking it would hit the sights or maybe the top area up here. But that's kind of what it looks like from the front. But it's just kind of a sacrificial front end. You know, if anything were to hit it, bounce off of it, you know, it's going to break a $21 part before it takes out my Aimpoint. That's kind of my thought process. So it's just on here. I'm just, you know, going to run it, see what I think about it. If I like it, don't like it, I can always pop it off. It takes 2 seconds to pop it off. So let me know your opinion. Would you run this on the front of it? Also, will it fit in this particular holster? Yes. So see, does not come into play in any way, shape, or form. And I was able to get it at Rifle Gear in Frisco for $22.73 with tax. And there it is right there. And this is the translucent version, I believe. So like I said, you can get the clear or the black. I didn't even know they made it in black. And I'm sure they make them also if you want to take this Aimpoint P-2 and you want to put it on a ACRO mount for like a SBR or something like that, or a PDW. You know, you can use it just like that. But it's on the pistol. Let me know what you think about it. Like it, don't like it. I'm really, really liking this pistol. Or excuse me, liking this, of course, the pistol and of course the sight. I don't see any issues with it at all. Matter of fact, what I like about it, let me show you real quick, is when it's in the holster, you know, I carry appendix, so I'm carrying it like this. Well, you're carrying it at 12 o'clock, you know, sweat, body, skin, whatever, you know, you're shedding all day. I don't know if everybody knows that, but you know, your body's shedding and you can wear an undershirt. I don't wear undershirts because I'm not a sweater normally, but any debris that falls down here, it just gets on this glass and you can just wipe it off. When you have an open emitter, this is kind of like a cup. It just catches everything, belly lint, you know, dry skin, and it just gets all in there. Matter of fact, I was working out in the yard with this quite a while ago, and it was really, really hot. I was sweating like a pig, and this thing was just full of sweat. So it has little drains. Most of these have drains in them to where they'll drain out. If you can see that little dot right there. So it allows it to drain properly. But this one, you don't even have to worry about it. You just wipe it off, and you're good to go. So, but there you go. You know, it's got these little lips right here. You can see this. I don't know if that could be a potential snag hazard. You know, I really don't know. Like I said, I'm still testing this. I just got it yesterday, so who knows. But anyway, there it is right there. Just wanted to go over this because everybody has been asking, you know, what's your thought? It runs great, cycles perfectly. Is it too heavy? I don't believe so. This is also the factory spring with the comp and the A2. This is your factory C2 spring. Works perfectly. I've got videos where I'm running the dog shit out of this gun just like it's set up and hasn't missed a beat. So there you go. I appreciate it. If y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them below and let me know your opinion. Do you like the P2? Are you interested in the P2? Do you want to get one? What about this cover? Do you like it? But love to hear your thoughts. But remember, an unarmed nation's a very weak nation, so we all got to carry on.